The reason for this question, Mr Speaker, is because the Prime Minister does not appear to understand nuclear medicine.
The call to the honourable member for Hughes.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. In politics, one receives plenty of free advice, largely unsolicited. And I was very glad that I was here in the chamber tonight to hear my friend, the member for Paterson, who said nuclear should have started in this country 50 years ago. Well, for the member of Paterson, who is still in this chamber, nuclear started in this country 66 years ago in 1958. And, Mr Speaker, it started in my electorate of Hughes in Lucas Heights. And today in question time, Mr Speaker, the Prime Minister attempted to give me some free advice whilst at the same time largely not answering my question. And, Mr Speaker, my question to the Prime Minister was about the storage of waste at the existing Lucas Heights Nuclear Medicine and Research Facility, which is in my electorate. The reason for this question, Mr Speaker, is because the Prime Minister does not appear to understand nuclear medicine. The nuclear technology and innovation at Lucas Heights, located within my electorate, which is in the Prime Minister's home state and a mere 27 kilometres from his Grayndler electorate office. I would invite the Prime Minister to come out and look at the facilities at Lucas Heights. My question today, Mr Speaker, related to something of which I am very proud in my electorate, the fact that Australia has a viable nuclear industry consisting of many extraordinarily brilliant scientists, researchers and technicians, and that industry exists at Lucas Heights in my electorate. The Prime Minister's response today was to point out Lucas Heights is not a suburb. It is, Prime Minister, look up Google, it is a suburb, and that nobody lives there. And that quote, I should direct mail Lucas Heights in the election campaign that is coming up. Well, Mr Speaker, Lucas Heights is one of the outstanding suburbs and locations within my electorate. And there are quite a few things at Lucas Heights. Lucas Heights Community School, for example, Mr Speaker, which I visited on the 10th of November last year and I've spoken about in this place before, and I visited there with the honourable member for Macarthur, a member of the Prime Minister's own government, when that school launched its First Nations Wellbeing Hub. The Prime Minister, unfortunately, was absent from school that day, Mr Speaker. Also at Lucas Heights we have a childcare centre which provides childcare services to hundreds of children, assisting parents in my electorate and the surrounding suburbs, supporting the work of the workers at Lucas Heights, those workers for whom the Prime Minister today in question time for whom he appears to have no regard. So the Prime Minister gave me some free advice around election campaigning today to direct mail. I can assure the Prime Minister, as we are coming into this election, that I will be taking that advice, that I will continue to be campaigning the way that I have done since I entered this place, which is through going out and listening to the people, which is through visiting those important facilities within my electorate, which includes this facility at Lucas Heights, and including talking to all of the people who live in the many surrounding suburbs of Lucas Heights, those suburbs such as Barden Ridge, Engadine, Bangor, Heathcote. All of those people I will be continuing to talk to, Mr Speaker, and many of them work at Lucas Heights. Many of them proudly work at Lucas Heights, and it is disappointing that the Prime Minister today appeared to be so dismissive of them, so condescending. Disappointing that the Prime Minister was unable to acknowledge the important work being carried out on nuclear medicine and research at Lucas Heights. So, Mr Speaker, for the benefit of the Prime Minister and for those on the other side, nuclear medicine is the process that introduces radiation or radioactivity to the human body to diagnose and treat a variety of diseases and conditions. Each week, between 10 and 12,000 radioisotopes are produced that allow detection of life-altering conditions. And I'll just talk about a couple of those treatments. Diagnostic radiology, X-rays for the Prime Minister. Scans that involve radioactive substances, CT scans. Radiotherapy, a treatment commonly used in cancers. Let's look at the fact that 77,000 people received radiotherapy treatments each year. Australian women in 2023 more than 22,000 women received this treatment for breast cancer, over 4,000 for ovarian cancer, 2,000 for cervical cancer. I invite the Prime Minister to educate himself about the benefits of nuclear medicine in this country. Thank you.